Hey man. Huh? Wait, what? Wait, we're live. Yeah. The hell is wrong with this guy, man? That's true. That's true, 100%. Weren't you in a band at one point? Yeah. Yeah. There's no shame in work. That's true. People, how's everyone doing? How are you doing today, man? Can we get Bitcoin to stop like breaking micro bullish signs? Just take all this hope away. It's reminding me of my old relationship, to be honest with you. Just a bit of a nice, just nice movement to the upside, and then a psych kind of moment, and then we drop back again. So yes, I can see people saying they can't hear you for some reason. Right. Oh man, I hate when this happens. It keeps on happening. One
Maybe
second.
some with the OBS.
Yeah, let's see right now. Talk now.
I'm gonna keep speaking.
All right. Oh,
Let
you guys
me.
should have heard what Brendan said. Now you're good. You're good to go right now.
Can you guys hear me right now? If you guys wanna, if we can get some confirmation of this trend reversal in the comments,
Yeah.
just let me know if you guys can hear me. If you guys can hear me, that would be great. While we get a bit of confirmation, why don't
Um.
you go ahead here, man?
No, you should. Yes, they're good. Techno guy, man, always coming through. Thank you so much. So what Brendan was saying. You want to repeat what you were saying,
Yeah,
or are
yeah.
you so
So
ashamed?
look, no. What do you mean ashamed? Why
Oh
do I be
wow, my
ashamed?
bad.
No. So, folks, you hear this music, so you'll sometimes hear this in like the intros.
Right.
Like this song, like it's not a bad song. It's like copyright free, right? That way, like we
Right.
don't
Right.
get.
Right.
But eventually, like it sounds like I'm shopping for tampons or something. Like it sounds like elevator music. Like it's not bad.
Right.
But what I'm trying to get across here, with the point I'm trying to make, is that we need to get our own jam. We need to pay for like a Million Moon beat, man. Some like
Right.
trap rap beat that we can
Trap
play.
rap beat.
Something, man. Something. We
Yeah.
gotta like look into this. And you guys let me know if you
Yeah.
guys agree that we should come out with like our own Million Moon beats,
Yeah.
because this sounds like, I don't know, like I'm in an elevator or something.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Look, man, if Bitcoin continues to go down like that, I don't know, man. I don't know where we're gonna get the funds from. I'll tell you that
maybe
much.
maybe if Bitcoin recovers, we'll come out with our own.
Oh man. Anyways, people, thank you for coming in. Thank you for tuning in. We got 67 people, and then in the lobby, I guess, or watching. Thank you guys. See a bunch of hearts. People are asking questions, man. Everyone's asking questions. We saw all live streams on YouTube today, and everyone's saying their piece. And yeah, man, I got some things to get off my chest here today. How are you?
I'm good. Well, look, man, like you said, there is a lot to talk about in the market. We're gonna go over Bitcoin again because again, Bitcoin just fully leading the market right now. But we have Ethereum, we have Polygon, we have Cardano, we have VeChain. Tons of interesting news as well. And as well, I want to share with you guys something that I'm interested buying live on this live stream. There's a
Whew.
bunch of shit I've been buying the dip on, but I want to share with you guys one of the things I'm most excited about a little bit later in the live stream. So make sure you stay tuned for that. I'm going to be live buying the dip on one of my favorite low cap altcoins. So we'll see how that goes, man. So what are you thinking right now? What do you think we should start off here?
I'm thinking a lot of things. I see one of the questions one of the people was asking. I sold my Matic. Did I do good or bad? Um, Look, we're gonna talk about Matic at one point. So if you guys, like what you're hearing, Brendan wants to obviously share a couple things with you in terms of what he is buying on live, and I think right now, I think the biggest thing we gotta talk about is Bitcoin, 100%, man. So guys, if it's your first time, you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you do so. We go live every day just to give you a quick update on the market. There's a couple interesting things we got to talk about, couple buy the dip opportunities that we have been buying overall. So if you like the sound of that, make sure you like the live stream, tell us with the engagement. And before without further ado, what do you want to start with?
Let's start off with Bitcoin
Let's
here.
do it.
So I know we said without further ado, but I honestly I need to let the people know about something, man, because we got this email from YouTube, and it would be unfair if we kind of didn't spread the knowledge. So
Hmm.
YouTube actually emailed us, reached out to us, meetings were had, people were called, and they said it's actually a financial crime to not stay up to date with this channel. They said if you don't like, subscribe, comment, share, and hit that bell icon to be notified of new uploads, it's actually a financial crime, and we don't want anyone here going to YouTube jail.
Right.
So, guys, for your own sake, smash that like button, subscribe, all that good stuff. And again, so let's delve into Bitcoin here.
Spreading FUD, just spreading fear the whole time. It's a good business. Fear is a good business. Everybody knows that. But look, man.
Yeah, 100%. So, okay, are you FOMO buying? Are you panic selling? What's going on?
Look,
Tell me
man,
what to do, man.
I've been trying to say the same thing over and over again. Everybody, I watched every single live stream today. Okay, and
Everyone, yeah.
And what I keep seeing that's usually missing is the fact there are so many things outside of this price action that's been driving the market. It's been driving the price action.
That's true.
And overall, back in 2017, sure, we're following some sort of a trend, some sort of a cycle. Today, we got regulations. You got with Bitcoin today, I just made a quick list. Everyone's talking about Biden's tax plan or in whatever budget that came out today, $6 trillion, the infrastructure and this and that. Everyone's asking the same question. What does that mean for Bitcoin? North American Bitcoin mining committee that's being worked on. Crackdown on miners in China. We've been seeing that for the past month and a half, and it didn't even start yet. By the way, it didn't even start yet. They're just cracking down on these guys, and they're adding now. You get sentenced in prison if you continue to trade or just hitting everybody, exchanges, miners, mining companies, whatever the case might be. Full crackdown on it. These miners trying to get all the way to North America or Europe, trying to find places where they're building projects. Elon's talking about renewable energy. Everyone's talking about dirty versus green Bitcoin. Looming regulations with the SEC. JP Morgan talking about stay away from Bitcoin, but then on the other hand, we got Bitcoin being officially a new asset class in Goldman Sachs. No one breaks these things up, and this is what's been driving the price action. This is what we need to pay attention to, guys. Things have been dropping because we know mining in China is almost 60% of that. Now they're cracking on the basic structure of what Bitcoin is, and that's been driving the market. And for some reason, helium is up today. It was up 17%.
What's going on with helium?
I don't know what's going on with helium, man. If you guys know what's going on with helium, let us know. But out of everything here I'm looking at today, I was trading helium as well, but I don't know why. I didn't even try to bother to look just because there's so much. But that's what I'm saying, that man. We watched me and you, I know we watched all these live streams to see what kind of. I don't see anybody talking about what's important. I don't know if it's like something, I'm not trying to say anything, but I don't know if it's like this is what's been driving the market. This right here, these regulations, SEC. Yeah. So that's what I'm trying to say. At least what I'm trying to say in this live stream is, look, man, sure, whatever patterns we're trying to follow here on the chart, we try to see if buyers come in. This is like the end point. The price action is the end point. It's just, this is the final step. Everything happens. Yeah, this is the result. This is what you see here with options also trading, options expiring today, I think, Friday. All of that. That's what we need to pay attention to. We're already 35. We got to $65,000 Bitcoin. It came to the mainstream. Now things are happening. How do you filter that into the price action? So what I'm trying to say right now, and we said this is the first live stream. At these times, it's patience. Patience is key, and you might as well just exercise some risk management. I know it's not sexy to say risk management, but it's exactly. I know, but that's what you gotta do. Unfortunately, the fun was the fun is a bit over for now. We've been consolidating. We could continue to push back down. That's what it is, and we gotta accept that. So, what do you exercise when things are going down like that? Risk management. Then you try to. So, sorry, I'm rambling, but. Look, man, I just want to tell, this is what it is recently. That's what I've been thinking of. That's what I've been saying. Patience and exercise risk management. And I'm staying on that until we see some actual bullish signs. Yeah,
especially right now. Because, look, the market's super up in the air. And I see a lot of people wanting to jump to conclusions. A lot of people are saying bull market's over. Come back 2024, 2025. A lot of people saying, nothing to be worried about. Bull market guaranteed, continued. And right now, I think we're probably both on the same page. I think we both agree it's too early to tell. At this point, what we need is further confirmation of the trend. And we all understand that, crypto is not led really by fundamentals. Crypto is led by fear and greed. It's the most speculative market in the world. And we know that recently there's been a bunch of FUD news stories, a bunch of news stories that cause fear. And isn't it interesting to see that all of a sudden there's a bunch of positive news stories coming out all at once, with Bitcoin becoming greener and institutions buying and regulation stuff. So I find it very, very interesting. So I think we can mention to you guys some of the key factors on chart for what it would take for us to be more confident of the bull trend or the bear trend, and some off chart factors. So I know we mentioned some off by hand here. So the options expiring today. So options are typically a kind of options expiring are typically kind of like a market reset, because whenever there's a more calls than puts, or more puts than calls, these whales will try and drive the price action towards where they want it to go with their calls and puts. If there's a lot more calls, the whales will try to bring up price action. If there's a lot more puts, whales will try to drive down price action. So whenever these options expire, it's typically like a market reset. So that's just something to be aware of in terms of what could be influencing the market. As well, just real quick, some important factors that have really, especially as of late, been heavily influencing Bitcoin is the hash rate. When we first had this China FUD and we first had power outages and shutdowns of Bitcoin mining operations in China, it correlated directly with the beginning of the pricing drop, in the beginning of the drop in price action, and the beginning of the drop in hash rate. As soon as hash rate recovered, price recovered. Hash rate dropped, price dropped. And as of recent, we've been seeing a bit of recovery in hash rate, although kind of last day or two or so, not looking too strong. But we're seeing some micro signs of hash rate picking up. So if we see continuation of that trend, hash rate picking up, price could pick up as well. Bitcoin on exchanges. This is a giant factor that we all need to be aware of. Since September 2020, Bitcoin has been steadily leaving exchanges, except recently it's been coming back in. And we've been seeing a bit of a sell-off recently, but we're seeing a bit of an uptick, a little bit more Bitcoin coming to exchanges. Market is very precarious. So what I'm trying to say here is, if this trend continues, if we start to see Bitcoin steadily day after day leave exchanges gradually, that's going to be a sign that Bitcoin is ready to recover. So these are some of the tangible factors that we need to look out for to understand what Bitcoin is going to do next. Do you have anything to add there, man?
Yeah, no, it's just like you're right, man. Like at the end of the day, we gotta keep in mind, but the main reason, if you guys remember back here exactly on April 17th, 18th, everyone woke up and just saw Bitcoin literally just drop like a rock all the way from here, all the way down here, a good 17% back down. That was the first scare that everybody had. Everyone's talking about the 50K. The 50K is gonna hold us. No, yes, and all that. And then we're looking even now on the daily, if you remember as well, the daily moving average, the daily 50 SMA, that just kind of that's what started that first drop. And we need to continue to pay attention to that in terms of what's China currently doing. I think that's the spotlight. You're right, man. I think the big, the big whales, the ones that really are keeping up and got, money and millions in this, that's what they're also following. The fact that this right here is this is a straight hit to Bitcoin's hash rate, the backbone of the blockchain itself. And yeah, right, look, they keep on ramping up in China, man. You saw how it started initially. We're sharing the news here with in Inner Mongolia. They're setting up hotlines. If anyone that's mining, blah blah, they just passed laws there. The majority of their power is based on coal, and that's making a Bitcoin not green, and this and that. And then they continue to go and ramp up. And the most recent news that we had was that now they're socially blacklisting Bitcoin miners in Inner Mongolia region. So this is like you're actually facing a bunch of stuff in terms of just legal action if you continue to mine Bitcoin. With 65% of that mining power is in China, and these four provinces that are mainly, and specifically within Inner Mongolia, is mainly coal power produced with just coal. Wow, I'm stumbling up.
No.
So that's what Elon as well start to bring up, because they know that's the main reason. And look, Michael Saylor as well came in, and they had they're trying to make this whole committee now for all the North American Bitcoin miners, because they understand that this is a big deal. Bitcoin sustainability, Bitcoin having green, just a green outlook. It's just good, not that it's not affecting the environment that much. And now we're seeing some of these miners starting to migrate. Just like back in 2017, we had exchanges overall being banned by China, and then they started branching off into Europe, into the North American market. Now you're seeing all these miners right away. So the hash rate power is right now being, almost absorbed by other mining districts, and we're seeing some of those actually starting to move into the US, and they're having a bunch of contracts, and that's what we shared in those previous streams we had. So right now, that's the big thing that we gotta keep in mind. China's continuing to kick those miners away from China, and then now we're seeing those guys migrate to North America. And until we see this continue, until that majority of that hash rate is actually absorbed by outside of China districts, that's when we're going to start having Bitcoin continue to either recover or actually have that full recovery. But there's so much fear in the market right now, regulations and all that. So yeah, man, you're right. That's what we got to be taking a look at. And I think Bitcoin can easily continue to go down, guys. Like, we got to keep that in mind. But yeah, those levels of support, not until this is resolved, in my opinion, that we're going to see Bitcoin actually recover and show us those signs.
Yeah, and look, this is really, really important that we take a second to understand what's happening here with this China FUD, because the China FUD has been one of the biggest negative news stories surrounding Bitcoin right now. China historically has controlled the vast majority of the hash rate and the mining power with Bitcoin, and they're really clamping down on Bitcoin miners in China right now, which is bad because it drops the hash rate, it spooks the market, and Chinese miners sell more than they would have otherwise. So there are some negative factors as to why this China FUD is bad for Bitcoin in the short term. But what does this mean over the long term? It means that the hash rate and the mining power for Bitcoin will have to become more decentralized. Yes. All this attention with Bitcoin in being powered by coal. What is that going to do? That's going to mean that miners are going to have to move towards more green and renewable energy sources.
So it's a good thing, man. It's actually a good thing.
This is all a good thing. What about this is negative over the long term? All this FUD screams to me like a short-term problem. Bitcoin being more decentralized and greener is not a long-term problem. It's a great thing. And so it sucks the way we get there, and in the short term it hurts. But guys, like, this FUD is not FUD. This Elon FUD is not FUD. This regulation FUD is not FUD. Regulation FUD. We need regulatory clarity. China clamping down on miners. Great. It'll become more decentralized and greener. None of this fear that drove the price action down is really is not a problem over the long term. So let's start talking about some of the major price levels on Bitcoin. But before we do, man, if you don't mind, I kind of wanted to share this article that has 5 charts, cycle indicators that tell us kind of the state of Bitcoin's chart. Because look, I found this article that I think does a very good job of sharing my intuitions, because my intuitions, my feelings, and I could be wrong. The market doesn't care about my intuitions and feelings, but we all
care about your intuition and feelings.
Oh, thank you. But no, look, guys. I think this was not the end of the bull market, and I think we have some good reasons to believe that this might not be the end. Not just my intuition, but some actual tangible things that we need to look out for.
So before you get there, man, I don't want to stop you. If you guys are liking the live stream so far, make sure you press that like button. Go ahead, man.
Absolutely smash that like button, folks. We're just getting into the good stuff. We've barely even scratched the surface on what's going on. So one very relevant chart is the percent of Bitcoin supply held in profit. If we take a look at the previous cycles here, and we can see what happened to the supply held in profit throughout kind of the parabolic growth and throughout the bull market. Well, we can see that it went to the red resistance zone, fell back down to this green median around 70%. And then after falling down kind of in the middle of the bull run, then it went back up to this red resistance zone again. And that's when the bear market began. So what are we seeing here now in the short term? We're kind of maybe midway through the bull market. We went up to the red resistance zone, fell back down to kind of the green median place. And we may go up once again. This has happened twice before. We had this run up and then a pullback to the 70 line, and then followed by another run up of supply held in profit. So just, it's not the end all be all, but something else to consider. The market value realized value ratio chart as well. Again, this is just another chart kind of describing to us what percentage of the supply is held in profit, that kind of thing. So as we can see here in the previous cycles, had a massive run up, fall back down to retest this red line, and after that, we do it once more, and that's the top of the cycle. This happened kind of twice before, and so now we're doing it kind of again. So these charts are suggesting to us that we may be halfway through the cycle. Again, all these charts tell the same story in slightly different ways. That's the point I'm trying to get across here. As well, if we look at the realized HODL ratio and kind of compare where we were in the previous cycles, again, in terms of where we were in the previous cycles when we were experiencing this when we were in a similar place, we're kind of midway through. And so if Bitcoin can kind of keep it together here and not put it in a new lower low below 30K, I think what happened was that we experienced kind of the bull run midway through correction.
Right.
If I'm being honest, that's what my intuition is telling me. And maybe we can start to take a look at some of the on chart factors that we need to look out for to understand if Bitcoin is bullish or bearish. Because look, while we could talk about our feelings and intuitions all the live long day, I think there's a lot of stuff that we can look at on the chart to more confidently, clearly understand tangible factors that lead us to be more or less bullish or bearish.
100%, man. Look, it's even if you want to maybe take a look at the chart itself as well. Overall, now I think everybody has the same view. Everybody's still bullish in the long term in terms of what the crypto market can bring to the space. I think everybody's excited about DeFi. We're seeing all these millionaires. We're seeing millionaires and prominent billionaires in the space talking about starting to invest, and DeFi is definitely looking like it's the biggest thing that's coming up next right now, right? So in terms of overall, I think maybe the main question we got to ask ourselves is when, right? So when this recovery will come, we got to wait for the market to actually speak to us first. So we do have those positive signs, man. No one's everybody, in terms of just the whole market, in terms of fundamentally, it's been improving more and more. You got so much excitement fundamentally in the crypto market as a technology. Cardano, Matic now adding, on top of Ethereum, all these integrations happening so far, bringing DeFi space to the mainstream and what it can do, scaling solutions. Everything got better in terms of just from a development point of view, just from programming or technology kind of view, where, the use case is being showcased more and more. So now the biggest thing we got to ask ourselves, when does that recovery come? And is the good news and the good developments in the community right now enough for Bitcoin to bounce off today? Or does Bitcoin still have to go down to lower levels? So everything has some sort of weight to it at the market right now. And yeah, man, I think, look, even if we're looking at just the chart itself right now, I think Bitcoin could be doing the same thing we had from before. As soon as we start dropping to the bottom here, we're going all the way down. We broke out of it. We had this massive movement, got rejected, went back down for a bit, and then pushed up again. It was still a nasty price action. I don't think you can predict this much, to be honest. Right now, looks like yesterday we got rejected off the 40K pretty heavily. This is just like we had here before. We got rejected off the $55,000 region pretty heavily, and then we went back up. We could be forming the same exact thing where where's that thing where you paste the price action?
You copy and paste it. Yeah, we went over this last night. It was where the long to short positions, where you can measure your long to short.
Yeah, right. It's
fixed range.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something like this could be happening where we're just doing the same exact thing right now, right? We go up, come back down, then continue to move upwards till we actually get here. Now, I'm not trying to be bullish, but I'm also not trying to be bearish, because I believe in the fundamentals with the market overall, what crypto can bring. So right now, looks like at one point Bitcoin could continue to move upwards. If this level is not held properly right now, I think Bitcoin will fall down to back, to this lower 30K levels. And if this right here, specifically, if you connect this line to this line, if that's get broken, then you're and it's already a weak support, by the way. It's not like that much of a good support where you can fully rely on, except the fact that back in the day here we had that breakout, so everybody's looking at the same thing. This is where we had the whole market actually blow up. So there is that, but overall, if this gets broken, I can see, Bitcoin easily peaking through that 30K. And we all know a peak through the 30K is going to catalyze more and more movements. But then again, I don't want to say we're halfway through, but we did retrace a lot. So keep that in mind, guys. If we're talking about here, 100%, but we're all the way down. We went all the way down to the low 30K. So even pushing down below that, down to the 25K regions is still, it's not really that. If we drop actually from there all the way down there, all the way maybe to the 25K or something like that, still 25% movement downwards. And I still expect, Bitcoin could actually get there. So the question is when that recovery will be there. Maybe we need to stop a bit some of that wishful thinking. We need to wait till Bitcoin speaks to us and everything clears out in terms of regulations and miners. That's the time where I will actually take this recovery seriously. Over on the long term, we are bullish, but for the short term, things are in the limbo. Things are looking a bit shaky, so we got to keep that in mind. And I hate to say it, man.
But look, I think there's some further things that we can look out for here in the short term to understand if we're looking bearish or bullish. So a few things right off the bat. Personally, for me, man, if we drop below 30K again, if we make a new lower low below 30K, that would be confirmation of the downtrend. And at that point, I would personally lean towards us and more likelier than not entering a bear market. Because right now, the way I'm feeling is I'm undecided. I'm unconvinced. The technicals are screaming bearish. The fundamentals are screaming bullish. There's some kind of hope in them right now. I think there's not enough confirmation to call it. If we drop below 30,000, make a lower low below 30,000, that would serve as bearish confirmation. At that point, I would say, and guys, I'm going to be honest with you, I'm very long-term bullish, but if we drop below 30,000 again, for me, at that point, there would be more than enough evidence pointing bearish that at that point, I would have to come out and say, hey, I think the market's leaning more towards entering a bearish market than us still remaining bullish. But with that being said, this correction that we've recently had, I know a few people that were freaking out over this 13% correction. Look, man, this is honestly extremely to be expected in my opinion, because we have the 200 daily simple moving average and the 200 exponential daily moving average right above us acting as resistance. We're very likely not going to break above it the first time we retest it. This is a super, super strong, super macro trend level. We're probably going to have to test this thing a couple times before we break out bullishly. And that's something to consider, folks. The more times we test a particular area, the more likely we are to break through. So because there's tons of resistance above us, for me, Bitcoin can get rejected all the live long day, every day for the next week, for the next month. It could get rejected as long as we keep putting in these macro higher lows, as long as we don't drop below 30K again. Because again, more times we touch resistance, more likely we are to break out. So again, because there's so much resistance and that rejection at any point, anytime we pump is extremely likely, I'm not worried about this rejection. What does have me worried is macro lower lows. Now, something to be aware of as well. That's kind of the bearish case scenario if we break below 30. But the bullish case scenario, where I'm going to start breathing a sigh of relief and start feeling much more bullish about the market, is flipping this goddamn blue line, this 200 exponential moving average on the daily. Because look, guys, the market's telling us this is a very relevant level. Right now, we're getting rejected off the 200 SMA on the daily. But this 200 exponential moving average on the daily, here, twice held as support, broke below it, went back up, several times acted as resistance. So basically, what I'm saying with Bitcoin, we need to get above and hold 42K. Because what's possible is that we could break up bullishly and just wick above and immediately fall back down. What I'm saying is we need to get a daily candle, a couple daily candles, fully holding above 42K. As soon as we get that, we would be above the 200 daily SMA and EMA. And in that case, I think that would be the first sign of major bullish divergence and bullish confirmation. So if we do that, we can start to breathe a sigh of relief. It's not the end all be all. We need further bullish confirmation, but getting above and holding 42K, I believe, is the key inflection point for Bitcoin. Where if we hold 42K, that marks a massive, massive shift in the downtrend, a massive shift probably in sentiment, it's a big deal. It's the inflection point. Whenever we're doing TA and we're trying to identify what's the key thing that really marks a shift in the trend, for me, it's holding 42K.
Yeah, I agree. And that's the thing. We've been for the past what? Like I'm looking at the daily right now. For the past, yeah, let's actually look at the 4 hour chart. We've been overall, like right now, let's say if we're talking about excitement in the market and we're looking at this, something like this, right, where, we keep up, drop biggest level we had, the biggest, the most bearish pattern ever, obviously a rising wedge where buy power is just slowly fading, although we're keep on pushing up, but there's a buying coming in and then less and less selling as well happening. It's just the market just gets the stagnation point where no one knows, but we're overextended, and then just causes this just the price to start tumbling overall once we break above it. So this is the rising wedge formation. But with everything happening, even like you can see here, overall, because everybody was still in this belief that this is, oh, we just broke out, is Bitcoin dropping or no? Now we're actually scared. Now the market actually has a lot of fear. But overall, when we had this here, then as soon as you can easily identify where that resistance is. As soon as we broke above it, right away, just movement to the upside, and just continuing to kind of play around major levels that we had before. Then we drop again from it, continue all the way down. Now it hit, and now when you start try to do the same thing, we're trying to see if this identify this is, we had a breakout. We clearly had a breakout from this pattern overall, and then you can see here that it's just not coming in. It's not like you don't have that momentum to drop. You don't have. We talk about accumulation a lot, and I don't want to sound like I'm being too bearish, but I just want you guys to understand that this could be a possible scenario. Overall, I don't see a lot of excitement to just push this further in the light of even some of the good news we have, right? Some of, Bitcoin miners are moving. Elon's, they're forming some sort of a committee to save, just a couple of Supermans, I guess, trying to save the whole world. Sure. We're seeing some other stuff happening overall with the altcoin market, so that's a different, subject we're gonna talk about. But right now, as soon as you have a breakout, usually you want to see some sort of like follow through right away coming in, right? Something where you can tell the market is anticipating it. We're not seeing it. We're seeing stagnation. We're seeing that even on the daily chart as well. Momentum as we're about to cross over, but we have been moving. We've been moving. The selling pressure has been subsiding. We're about to cross over. Let's see if that actually brings us in. But if no, then we gotta take a bit of a like zoom out a bit for a bit and actually see what the markets, see what's happening. Because even if some of the good news out there is not really affecting the market that much.
And also, man, I kind of want to share this thought here that I really hope brings things into perspective. For me, the way I think about Bitcoin, but really crypto, because I don't even really like Bitcoin that much, but it's important to understand and follow Bitcoin because it affects the rest of the market, is look, cryptocurrency is the next major asset class in the world. Just like the stock market, the options market, the commodities market, we're all once new things and once created. Cryptocurrency is the next major asset class on that list. It's the next new thing. It's the fastest growing asset class with the most potential. That's why we're all here. There's a reason why 323 of us here on this live stream are talking about Bitcoin and not the stock market. Because if we were all interested in making 5-10% a year, we'd all be in some index fund in the stock market. No, the reason why we're all here interested in talking about Bitcoin and crypto is because we understand the potential and how Bitcoin and crypto is the future. And so when talking about the future and what's possible in the future, fundamentals are key for understanding the long term, and technicals are great for understanding the short term. And yes, short term technicals scream bearish, but long term, the fundamentals are screaming bullish. So what's the worst case scenario? Worst case scenario is we enter a 2-year bear market, 2 or 3 year bear market going on here. Well, I mean, worst case scenario, I hodl my Ethereum, I hodl my Chainlink, I hodl my solid altcoins, and then 2024, 2025, we reach all-time highs and vastly surpass them again. Okay.
Yep.
Worst case scenario, we just have to hodl a few years. Crypto is not here to stay. It's just beginning to be adopted. So, I mean, like, man, we're going to get to some altcoins and some great buy the dip opportunities. But I heard a great line that I'm not going to try to parody it as best as I can, which is we're seeing in altcoins right now the kind of corrections we'd see in a bear market with the possibility of still us being in a bull market. We've seen coins correct 60, 70, 80% from all-time highs, which is what happens in a bear market, except there's a very real possibility that the bull run may continue this year. So there is tons of opportunity right now in the altcoin market. And again, we're gonna dive into that. And there's also the chance that this bull run may continue. And if we assume the worst case, And if we buy altcoins with super solid fundamentals like Ethereum, for example, I mean, worst case, we hodl 3 years before we make money. Okay. I mean, it's going to suck. 3 years, 3 years is a long time, but that's how I'm feeling with the long-term state of the market, if I'm being honest.
One of the guys here saying, yeah, I think you said, I think crypto's not here to stay. I think you meant crypto is here to stay, right?
Did I say that?
Don't get us fired here, bro. Don't get
Did
us
I actually say? Look, if I
I'm like, is he actually saying that? Or did he mean something here or not?
oh my bad. Okay, if I said that, I misspoke.
Don't
I
ever
meant,
say that.
I believe crypto is indeed here to stay. It's the next major asset class. And we're all here early. We're all here early. Folks, we're talking about regulation, about countries. They don't even know how to define cryptocurrency. What is and isn't a security. Corporations don't even know how to custody and report things. We're so goddamn early. The way I view things like Ethereum and Chainlink, the next Apple, the next Google, the next Facebook. Right now, I view Ethereum and Chainlink and some of these other great altcoins like buying Google, Apple, Facebook back in the early 2000s when they first came out. That's how I view them right now. So could you imagine if you bought Google at $1, it went to $100, and then it dropped and crashed to $10, and you sold it. Oh my God, it went down 90% from $1 to 100, then back down to 10. Oh no, it crashed and burned. And if you would have just held it today, Google's worth well over $2,000. That's how I think about Ethereum and some of the good altcoins. So whether we enter a bear market or not, I think the biggest risk factor when it comes to crypto is how long you're willing to hodl. And if you're willing to hodl solid coins and very important, there's solid coins. There's a lot of shit coins out there. For the long term, the risk is far smaller. So yeah, man, look, we've been rambling along a lot here with Bitcoin. So maybe we'll start to move on to some altcoins. But if you don't mind, I'd like to share that thing I'm potentially looking to buy the dip on.
But we only have like 6 to 8 likes.
That's a very good point. So here's the thing. There's over 300 people watching this live stream, only 68 likes. Folks, I want to share with you guys a low cap gem that I'm super excited about, that I'm looking to buy the dip on live on this stream. But we need you guys to smash that like button. Over 300 people watching. If and when we get to 150 likes, I'll share with you guys and I'll show you guys live on this stream a low cap gem that's corrected massively, that's sitting right on support, that I'm super excited to share with you guys what it's about and the potential opportunity with this thing. So folks, smash that like button. Over 300 people watching. If half of you guys smash that like button, we'll get there easily. As soon as we get to 150 likes, I'll share with you guys something I'm looking to buy live on this live stream.
And also, guys, let us know what you've been buying. You know, I'm pretty sure you got a bunch of things that you're interested in overall, and you've been probably adding to whatever holdings you got so far. So let us know. You know, let us know in the chat. Share with everybody if there's anything that you'd like us to take a look at overall, or yeah, just whatever you're excited about to buy. I guess a lot of people don't actually care about what's going on with Bitcoin, to be honest. Which,
sure, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I would just say, guys, I don't even like Bitcoin. I don't own any Bitcoin, but we need to follow and understand Bitcoin because as we've all experienced over the last few weeks, Bitcoin leads the market. All these altcoins didn't crash because their fundamentals suddenly turned bad. No, they crashed because Bitcoin crashed, and crypto is led by fear and greed. It's super highly speculative market.
100%. I see a lot of people talking about Bitcoin Cash, VeChain, Matic. What do we got? Can you talk more about altcoins versus Bitcoin and Ethereum? You can't not care about Bitcoin 100%. I have faith in Ethereum long term. Bitcoin Cash. Why is everyone talking about Bitcoin Cash recently?
I don't know. We can take a look.
Yeah, and VeChain is amazing. Perfect. So, hey man, we're at 114 likes. Show these guys what you're buying.
I said 150, bro.
You said 150.
I said 150.
All right, well, I guess we're not yet.
No, because we could easily get to 150. Because if we don't, I guess you guys don't want me to show you what I'm buying. But look, let me clarify something. Because someone here is saying you can't not care about Bitcoin. And just to clarify, again, I care about Bitcoin and understanding Bitcoin because it leads the market. But I own 0 Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin is one of the worst investments you can make in cryptocurrency. That's just my personal opinion. There are some reasons to like Bitcoin. In my opinion, the only reasons to like Bitcoin is perceived safetiness and diversification. But they're much higher ROI investments, in my opinion, that are just as safe.
Yeah, no, 100%, man. So if that's the case, until we get, I guess, the 150 likes, we can, what do you want to talk about next?
Let's talk about Ethereum or Polygon. I saw a few people talking about Matic, Polygon.
Let's get Ethereum out of the way, I would say, and then we'll jump to Polygon right away.
For sure. All right.
So Ethereum, man. Same thing, guys. Overall, we understand what's going on with Ethereum. Ethereum is trying to hold, obviously, the 2K region. We're looking at the 4-hour chart right now. We really just dropped heavy. We talked about it for the longest time, went all the way up to the 4,300. Just peek through previous levels, right? 1,700, taking us down 60%. So let us know, guys. Did you guys add more to your what you got basically in terms of your holdings with Theme or no? Because
I did.
this is I know you did. I for sure know what you did. But look, something I want to share overall, especially on the 4-hour chart here. What do we have? How long do we have left for the day here? We have 3 hours. Yeah, so three. This is the last 4-hour candle. We still have 3 hours and 30 minutes to go for the day. But just looking at the 4-hour, we had a nice, as soon as we started, looming for a bit here after a massive downtrend. We saw the resistance level we were talking about. So maybe I'll just hide the all these indicators so we know exactly where that resistance level is. As soon as you start breaking above it, now we're here. It's fully, you can see how it's following Bitcoin's price action. There's nothing really crazy in terms of, this is big. There's Ethereum. Boom, this is Bitcoin. So almost just mimicking the price action. So keep that in mind. And I think right now, obviously, with whatever's happening with Bitcoin will definitely add to this. But I think a key level that right now that Ethereum would want to hold is obviously 2,440. I think if that gets broken, you can see exactly as soon as we went up, came back to retest this resistance. You can see it right here. Came back down to retest it, found support at it, pushed up. Usually we're supposed to continue to push upwards, but there's too much resistance, man. Too much resistance closer to the 3K. Right now looks like, we're trying to find that support. And then again, at the end of the day, Friday, usually the weekends are, very, very, things start getting really off. But right now, we need to see if Ethereum is actually going to hold this. And if it doesn't, then I think we're obviously going to drop further to the 2K. But yeah, we just need to see how that plays out here. I think the weekend, we'll have to be patient through the weekend for sure. Let everything clear out. Let those options contracts get executed and settled. And I remember it was like 2 point some billion. I think they have to get settled on Binance or something. Yeah, so
yeah, roughly, yeah.
That's what we need so far, man. Because I can see us even forming some sort of a head and shoulders pattern sometime soon here. So we'll see how that plays out. But right now, everything is definitely in the limbo, 100%.
Yeah, and so a few things to consider. Weekends are usually bad for crypto. And again, whenever we have a massive correction, we form a bunch of resistance on top of us. So for me, it's not the craziest thing. It's not something to be, not expected when we find rejection and we have pullbacks after initial pumps after correction, because we form a bunch of resistance above us whenever we have massive correction. So the fact that we're having a pullback now is nothing crazy or out of the ordinary or something not to be expected. I think in the super short term here, I think it's pretty clear the major support and resistance levels, in my opinion. There's a few daily candles that were in wicks that were reacting kind of off this zone from about 2,800 to just under $3,000. Here, these daily candles, here, these wicks, here, these daily candles, all reacting off this zone, which we found resistance, which again, 3,000 to 2,800. So that's a major resistance. Now, major support, we have the 100 daily exponential moving average, which here held as support, here held as support, here held as resistance. Market's telling us, okay, this is a relevant level. Here resistance, here support, here support. The market's telling us this is relevant. We also have volume here right above basically 2,400, 2,430 bucks. So for me, man, I think Ethereum is kind of just range bound within this channel. And whatever way we break out of this channel, that's where we're likely to explode explosively, whatever way we break out of this channel. So for me, to understand kind of the next macro direction for Ethereum, we need to see what way we break out of this channel.
Definitely. No, I think so. Definitely. Yeah, we are heavily range bound. And right now, like we know, Ethereum is kind of the face front of the DeFi space. We had some some good news out there with even Shark Tank. Kevin, it's nothing crazy, I guess, but Kevin O'Leary is also starting to look at the DeFi space in general, and a couple other billionaires trying to think, okay, what's the next option? Mark Cuban getting into Matic. Again, DeFi, overall smart contract sector. So. Look, man, we always talk about the same thing here, but do you think if Bitcoin, let's say, continues to go down, and right now we're starting to have maybe, I don't know, with even Apple right now taking up like alternative payments, quote unquote, or hiring people in the crypto space, will Bitcoin stay king?
If Apple adopts Ethereum, look, man,
Say it, man, just say it.
If Apple adopts Ethereum and EIP 1559, which is a deflationary mechanism for Ethereum, gets introduced in July, and Ethereum 2.0 gets rolled out and Ethereum becomes scalable and cheaper to use, I think it's almost a guarantee that eventually it's just a matter of time that Ethereum will flip Bitcoin in terms of market cap. Folks, there is a reason.
You think Kevin O'Leary is going to save us, man? Is he going to save us? Do I need to get on that?
Definitely not. That is 100% not how I would work. Kevin O'Leary, he's in DeFi. He's not even heavy into Ethereum. We don't even know what he's
I know, but like usually when people talk, just overall, overall.
Yeah. But look, guys, like I own 0 Bitcoin for a reason. I think Bitcoin's a silly investment when you have other options in comparison to your other options, such as Ethereum. Look, if Bitcoin was the only cryptocurrency in the world and the only thing I could invest in crypto, I would love it. I'd be screaming from the rooftops how much I love Bitcoin. I would have all my money in Bitcoin. But because we have other options, Bitcoin is a silly, stupid investment, in my subjective opinion. When you compare it to the other options you have out there, such as Ethereum, I think Ethereum, in my subjective opinion, is just as safe, although maybe there's some arguments to describe why it's not as safe. Mm-hmm. But I personally think it's just as safe and has a higher return on investment potential. This cycle has outperformed Bitcoin, is likely to continue doing so. I think Ethereum is such a better investment when compared to Bitcoin, and I do think that eventually it will flip it in terms of market cap, especially if Ethereum 2.0 is adopted, becomes scalable, deflationary, and something like Apple chooses to use it. It's 100%. A wrap, folks.
Look, man, match. I agree. A bunch of people in the chats also agree with you. I think at one point, hopefully, I know we can go back and forth a lot here. At one point, we want to see. That's I think what the whole market wants to see. The altcoin market. You want to see Ethereum decouple from Bitcoin. It starts doing the own thing. I think Bitcoin is a bad relationship right now, regardless of whatever's happening in the altcoin market, with all the technology being developed and everything, scaling solutions, just pushing DeFi and just overall liquidity pools, and trying to really have a good use case and just really solving problems that can be efficient and scalable. If Bitcoin, starts to go down, the whole market starts to go down. I don't think it's fair. I think, technologies, hopefully with everything being adopted soon. I know we want to see. I'm not trying to get an argument here. Okay.
Let's get it right.
I don't want. What, we're trying to fight, man. I'm just saying. Hopefully, with everything going on so far, for the livelihood of the crypto space, we need to divorce from Bitcoin, man. So hopefully, at one point that will happen. But this is what we got for Ethereum.
Yeah, and look, there's a lot we can go on with Ethereum, and just to kind of hover on that point, I would love altcoins to divorce from Bitcoin because they have separate entire use cases. I think eventually they will too. I think eventually cryptocurrency is going to come to reflect the stock market, where if Apple goes or Google goes down, not every single other stock in the world goes down too. No, they're in their separate niches, separate categories. They fulfill separate use cases, and so I think one day Bitcoin will come to reflect that. But what have we always seen historically? Bitcoin has always led the market. Even this time, when Bitcoin crashed, the rest of the altcoins crashed. So we have nothing but mountains of evidence proving that still to this day, Bitcoin totally leads the market. And until we see evidence and proof of that decoupling, I will continue to believe that Bitcoin will fully lead the market. That's just my opinion. So here's the thing, man. We are 7 likes away from hitting 150 likes. I told you guys, as soon as we hit 150 likes, I'm going to drop what we're doing, and I'm going to immediately share with you guys something I want to buy live on this live stream. Folks, we're 6 likes away. Once we get to 150 likes, I'll immediately share with you guys what I'm buying the dip on. This is a low cap gem that I shield to our VIP Discord members. We were down, I think, over like nearly 80% from all-time highs. We were sitting right on support.
We're 155 fundamentals. Right now.
Okay, let's talk about it. So without further ado, I want to share with you guys, and I was saving this for the live stream just for you guys. I want to buy this low cap gem right now on this live stream after I explain it. So folks, without further ado, Armor Finance here. Now, for those who don't know, Armor Finance is an insurance protocol that pays you in their native cryptocurrency Armor for buying insurance. Have you ever heard of an insurance company that pays you for buying insurance? Well, now you have with Armor Protocol. Folks, I'm very, very bullish on this thing over the long term. If we look at their market cap here, 46 million market cap, which means it is a low cap gem. And if we measure how far we're currently down from all-time highs, we're currently 76% down from all-time highs, and we corrected 83% from all-time highs. Folks, this is the kind of corrections you see in a bear market. These are the kind of discounts you get in a bear market, except right now, there's still the potential that we may be entering the second phase of a bull market in the near future. Probably not tomorrow, maybe not this week, but next couple months, maybe. Folks, this is something that I definitely think is worth being on your radar. And look, right now, with the market being super volatile, the approach I'm taking is dollar cost averaging, and anything I buy right now, I'm fully willing to hold for the next several years. So just understand, because there is potential, does not mean that there's a guarantee. Ultimately, man, I like this thing. Insurance, as DeFi grows, these insurance protocols are going to become more and more necessary. We're currently down, 76% from all-time highs. And if we just extend this trend line, we're sitting right on support. So I'm literally buying the dip on this coin right now as we speak. Now, if we go over to the short term here,
A whole $1 million like that?
definitely not $1 million.
Wow.
I am buying
You're
the
a
dip.
baller, bro.
But in terms of if you wanted like the best buying entry, I would be personally targeting anywhere from about 46 cents to about 41 cents, because we have the 618 golden pocket right there, and also some kind of historically price reactive zones. And we are kind of dipping. We're seeing kind of these lower highs in the midterm and lower lows. So I think more of a pullback would be necessary. Anywhere in this zone is where I'd be looking to buy. And honestly, this is a long-term hold for me. This is like a percent away. I'm just going to buy right now. Not
There we
financial
go.
advice.
There we go. Not financial advice.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Hold on here. My audio's kind of messing up. So I'll say this. I'll place the buy order right now. I'll let you guys know what my gas fees are. But yeah, man, no, that's literally it.
there we go, man.
Yeah.
There we go. So, guys, let us know, if that's something that's interesting, to you. If you have it held, with whatever, holdings you got, if you've been buying it, thank you for sharing it as well. I see a bunch of people talking about a bunch of other stuff. I see VeChain, I see Matic, I see, obviously, our whole audience is between Ethereum and Cardano. So I see a bunch of people talking about Cardano, talking trash, right? So,
What,
as well.
real
Look, they're
quick.
saying they're addicted to Cardano. What?
$12.43 for the gas fee.
Wow.
Super cheap gas fees on
There we go.
on Uniswap right now. I bought it
There
through
we go.
Uniswap.
Boom. A whole $1 million on live stream, guys. So, guys, let us know what else, if there's anything you want to talk about specifically. I see all these comments. I see a bunch of people talking about Matic, Polygon, Hex, VeChain, and Cardano. So we're going to get into all of that. So if you like the live stream so far, make sure you hit that like button. But then, again, man, what else you got there? Is there anything else you want to talk about with this one? You want to move on to whatever the masses want to hear?
Yeah, we can move on. So again, folks, this is Armor and not financial advice. Don't FOMO. I could have ended up being wrong. This could very well crash another 50%. Just be fully aware that I'm a degen. This is high risk, high reward play. So just understand that. And whenever, there you go, my already went through. So whenever you want to know where something is bought, go to CoinGecko, CoinMarketCap, look at the project, scroll down, go to the market section. It'll tell you everywhere it's listed. And so now it's even listed on some centralized exchanges like MXC, Bancor, and who. So that's that. That's all I have to say with that. Maybe you want to move on to maybe Polygon, Cardano, VeChain.
Yeah.
There's tons to talk about there.
Let's talk about that 100%. So we can actually start talking about Polygon. That's for sure a bunch of good news out there for the past week with Polygon, with Mark Cuban as well, talking about it. It's vesting a good amount in Polygon. They put on Twitter, it was like a whole, bells and whistles around this. So you can see Polygon is, widespread adoption with 250 dApps, 776 million transactions, 790 unique users. I know, guys, I still see comments about Cardano, so we're going to get to that as well soon. So, Polygon, man, we got a piece of news, I guess, came out 3 hours or 4 hours ago. Polygon datasets are now available on Google Cloud. And yeah, just for better analytics and metrics, it's gonna help overall with tracking activity across the server, across the blockchain, and it's integrated right now on Google BigQuery tool. So what do you think, man? I think that's pretty big right now.
Look, a lot of people are hot and bothered about this news. Ultimately, it's not. I don't know, man. Like it's good to see because it's just a story about crypto's adoption, mass adoption. So I mean, it's not like a partnership with Google itself providing. I don't know,
Yeah.
man.
No, it's the same thing. Like Chainlink and Theta at one point, collaborated with the Google Cloud to just to utilize the computing, the computing power and overall. So it's like nothing crazy, but it's just at
Yeah.
least gonna
So
help, yeah, with more like for data analytics in general
right, sure.
metrics.
So
Yeah,
yeah, so I don't know how big a news story this is, although it is something, and again, it is Google. So if this is just like the first step in terms of adoption and kind of bringing in the legacy people, Google, legacy companies, and hey, great.
yeah, definitely. Yeah, yeah. There's gonna bit of just a bit of transparency, I guess. Overall, just to monitor activities and all that. It's gonna make it easier for people and regulators, data scientists to actually take a look at it and see. But again, it's I guess a bit of a good news and all the negativity happening. But in terms of us looking at the charts overall. Right now we're sitting at the $1.85. We can see here how with Matic we've been following it closely overall. I got my alerts set. We definitely trade this as well, but as soon as we broke out of this, came back up to retest this level. And we've been dropping ever since. So looks like right now it is obviously again Bitcoin is stagnating the whole market. We're down 9% with Matic. Very very tight range today for the day. And yeah, we went all the way down to the $1.66, top at the $2.06, and we've been just really dropping overall. And yeah, man, you can see here we got some shorting that was going on, but yeah, that's what it is. So we want to see if these levels are going to hold overall. We're looking at the daily right now, and you can see even with the MACD, it's just really hovering closer to the zero range. So you can see the battle that's been happening. A lot of indecisiveness in the market. You'll also see as well on the RSI itself. It is attempting, I guess, to have a lower high while the price was kind of pumping to the top. So we'll see what that plays out overall, but you'll see there's a lot of excitement with Matic. As soon as Matic started to just show a bit of sign, a bit of a good sign of a breakout, you'll see a bunch of people jump in. It's definitely affecting the Ethereum ecosystem in general. There's a lot of decentralized applications and protocols that is actually is going to start utilizing the Polygon Matic server. I keep saying server, just the blockchain. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. So there is a lot of excitement, a lot of appetite for Matic. So we want to see if these levels are going to hold or no at the moment. And I'm pretty sure today Matic is just literally following it's following the herd, it's following Bitcoin's price action, except for Helium, man. I don't even know what's going on.
What is going on?
I
with
don't even
Helium?
know. I have no clue.
Do you know what I think it could be? So I need to look into this more, but I think Helium was announcing that they're going to be also creating more of a expanding their use case in their network to actually provide more internet services. So that's what that could be actually.
But
so
like 17% today for
dude,
Helium.
that could be giant news. I need to confirm
Sure.
this. I heard this like offhand. I need to like look more into this, but I think what's happened is that Helium announced recently that they're going to be upgrading the kind of internet services they provide. So if that's a real thing, dude, Helium's already a monster, and I wish I would have jumped in earlier, but hopefully I have a miner. I'd ordered a Helium miner like 6 months ago, and it's still not here. So I don't think I'm ever gonna get. I maybe get that next cycle. Who knows? But yeah, hopefully I can start mining some Helium.
Oh yeah, 100%. That's what I said. Breakout with Helium again. Same thing. That's crazy. Anyways, forget about Helium. Matic, what do you think about the price action, man? People are saying just read the price action. We don't care about the news. Just keep going.
Well, look, there's just endless interesting stuff going on. Yes, with news, and look, if there's something interesting, we're going to mention it. But also price action. Matic loves to form these bull flags, these channels. It just loves to form them. Bull flag, bull flag, bull flag. I mean, we're forming just bull flags all live long day. We love to form bull flags with Matic, and Matic has been holding up super surprisingly well. Now, I think what's going on with Matic here is quite simple, which is I think Matic is actually in a very precarious place, especially because of how precarious the market is. So we've been recovering pretty well, and we're like not that far down from all-time highs. From all-time highs, we're only down 31%, a lot better than most of the market. So I think Matic is very precarious right now because one, the greater market in Bitcoin, and number two is we're making a macro lower low here when the market is lower high here when the market is super precarious, which is the first telltale sign of local and cycle tops. So that's very concerning. But thankfully, we're currently finding support on the 0.38 Fibonacci retracement and this volume here at kind of 170, 172. So for me, to understand the short-term direction of Matic, we need to hold that 170, 172, 165. If we start to fall below this level, then we could probably fall a lot further down to the low dollar ranges. So that's something to be aware of with Polygon. We really need to hold the line here. If not, I think $1.20 to about $1 is very realistic for Matic Polygon.
Yeah, no, I think so. Especially look, if because of how crazy volatile the whole market is, and you can tell Matic as well does move a textbook in terms of how those patterns are developed, and a breakout actually does mean a breakout. A follow through does mean a follow through. Good volume spikes does mean so it does follow the the typical day trading pattern, and you can see that a lot of day traders actually are it's the favorite overall. So right now we need to see if those levels are going to hold. 4 hours going to really paint a good picture for us. Right now we had a good cluster of price action over here and over here. This is where we have breakouts before, and again where we have breakouts again. So 4 hour chart looks like where Matic is. I keep calling it Matic. I know they rebranded and all that, but you guys get what I'm talking about. Overall, the last thing we gotta be careful of, $1.32 region. Matic did great for the past month or so. And right now we want to see if that actually plays out properly. As you can see, definitely today down with Bitcoin's price action, but the more developments that actually come up also, Matic is one of the ones that you also got to keep an eye out on the news and see how the news is actually, if it's affecting the price action or not. But for the time being, we're definitely struggling to find that support. So we'll see what happens over the weekend, and we'll see what happens on Monday as well. But you're right, man. These are the levels we got to be careful of. $1.50 overall, then again $1.32, and eventually the $1.20 is what we need to be. We need to see if that support will hold or not.
Also, from before the pumpage started, really during this bear ball growth of Polygon, Matic, I mean, let me just double check that this is correct. We've pumped nearly 40,000%, nearly. Since the bottom, from like below a penny to all-time highs. So, I mean, Matic's really exploded in this space, and I do think over the long term has plenty of upside potential, and I do think over the long term it's here to stay. Even Vitalik himself has said that layer 2 scaling solutions are needed. And another reason why that Vitalik Polygon is here to stay is because we're actually going to be using Polygon soon. Just share briefly with the people. We don't need to get into into a lot of details, but we're looking to becoming liquidity providers on different exchanges. And because Polygon offers so much cheaper fees than the Ethereum network, all of a sudden becoming a liquidity provider where you can earn crazy high yield and high interest is far more doable. Because before, liquidity providers, you would have to be providing tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars in liquidity because you were paying insane gas fees to Ethereum. But now with Binance Smart Chain and Polygon, these much cheaper chains, you can now become a liquidity provider with like $50, couple $100, couple $1,000, because the fees are pennies. They're nothing. And so because of Polygon, becoming a liquidity provider has become much more realistic for us, for me and you. We're going to become liquidity providers in the near future because of Polygon. So look, man, Polygon's here to stay. It's already proven itself. So long term, Polygon's going to stick around. Short term, I don't know if I'd be filming in right now. I'd be waiting for a dip myself.
It's definitely at the top, man. It's definitely at the top.
Local top, I would say.
Local. 100%. I agree, man. No, I agree. We'll see how that plays out, but it's definitely acting as a pillar. The Matic is definitely one of those ones that you wanna. Those are the ones if you were trying to buy the dip, 100% with Matic, because the dip does not last, man. The dip will not last with Matic, and it's just one of those things where you have, there's some cushion fundamentally to fall on if in case things do go bad with Bitcoin. So if you're looking for something, fundamentally, just like where it's at in terms of having buying a dip on and all that, then it's definitely Matic. Right now it is overextended. Obviously, we do have certain levels that we got to keep in mind, but I can still see this, like you're saying, dropping back. So as soon as it starts to drop back to those slower levels, me personally, there's not financial advice. I'd be looking to add more and more because I always feel like I don't have enough. I don't have enough with Matic, man.
Dude, the golden pocket, the 618 is just above $1. So Matic from $1 to $1.20 is much more digestible and much more attractive than Matic closer to $2 at $1.80.
Yeah, definitely, man, definitely. So yeah, what else we got here? You got anything else on Matic you want to keep moving forward? See, maybe
No,
we talk about.
that's pretty much it.
Okay, okay, perfect. What else you want to talk about? Because we
Well,
got Cardano, got
we got
VeChain. What do I?
Cardano, we got VeChain. We can talk about all of them, and then if the people want to, if we really see people are yearning for it, we can even talk about some other low cap gems that I'm buying the dip on, or maybe we say that for the next live stream. But for now, let's talk about Cardano.
Look,
Do you
man,
want
it's all about what the people want. That's what it is.
100%, 100%?
So what do you guys want to talk about? And what do you want to talk about?
I would say we have Cardano pulled up.
Let's
Also,
talk
there's
about
some
Cardano.
there's some big news with Cardano. So first,
Huge.
let me talk about this news. So we have the launch of Alonzo with Cardano. This is a big deal because Alonzo is the test net for Goguen and smart contracts. So this is just one step forward in terms of the path of Cardano leading to smart contracts and us having the Cardano coin. Just like Ethereum has the ERC20 coins. Once Goguen and smart contracts launch with Cardano, there will be the Cardano coins. And so there's already a couple of them out there in existence, but they're going to fully migrate over to Cardano eventually. And Alonzo and the launch of the testnet for smart contracts is one of the biggest, is a giant step to getting there and getting the true smart contracts and native Cardano coins. So this is a big deal for Cardano. This happened today.
No, 100%, man. It's actually gonna, it's gonna bring all these smart contract functionality to the blockchain. Is gonna allow deployment. Just a huge range of decentralized finance, just DeFi applications, dApps for the first time. So there's a lot of excitement right now with Cardano. Look, man, Cardano. Not only the price action, performance has been really good during this whole drop we're having. We're trying to find that support at the $1.50, and we pretty much held it pretty well. With everything going on. Obviously, right now we're seeing that retracement, but I think for the most part, Cardano's, there's been excitement all around with the Alonzo testnet right now being released, and just leading up to the full deployment of the mainnet. So there's too much, and even 2 weeks ago, for the past 2 weeks, Cardano's been holding a bunch of workshops overall to have developers just how to build applications, how to further the DeFi space, and everybody's been waiting on Cardano, and everybody's been excited about Cardano. Finally, it's on the way. So looks like I don't know if I didn't really read fully, but it looks like it's gonna take almost 90 days. There's like 3 phases for the rollout for Alonso's rollout. It takes us somewhere end of August or something like that. What do you have there?
End of August is when smart contracts and Goguen is supposed to launch. But again, with Cardano, they always push back their timeline. So they're saying August, but August could really mean September, October. Who knows?
Yeah, that's true, man. So yeah, performance, price action is good. We're holding those key levels so far, and you can see here we just went back straight to the breakout. A lot of these different altcoins went back to levels we had back in January, if anything, and then but Cardano's price action back in January was definitely really down on the bottom. Right now we're holding this pretty good. So in terms of how this is performing, there's a price action, it is good. I know a bunch of you guys are in love with Cardano, and look, I second the excitement. I want to see what Cardano's doing. It's been such a theoretical argument between what's Ethereum, Cardano, what's his name? Garlinghouse, not Garlinghouse.
Charles Hodgkins.
He's been talking for the longest time. So let's see if this actually amounts to what's gonna happen. And I'm excited, man.
Yeah, and look, Cardano is holding up surprisingly well. It's one of the strongest price structures I've seen, even maybe arguably stronger than Polygon, because Polygon, I don't know, it looks a bit overextended, but at least for Cardano, like, we're holding support. So it's actually pretty like make it or break it territory where we're at right now with Cardano, because look, we had this little relief rally having a bit of a correction, and we're currently testing what I keep mentioning is, I believe, the most important support level for Cardano in the short term. The inflection point is remaining above these 3 peaks. For me, man, to understand Cardano, the main takeaway is simple. As long as we hold above these three peaks, Cardano's strong and could see upside moves. If we start to break below these three peaks, if we start to make this kind of price action again, dipping below these three peaks, that's very bad news. In that case, we could correct for an extended period of time. These three peaks are the inflection point. Holding above this means we could trend bullishly. Breaking below this means that we could correct for an extended period of time. So these three peaks are the inflection point. If we hold above that, we're good. We break below this, not good.
Look, man, if you actually zoom in a bit, we're literally at it right now.
We're
So
testing
guys,
it right now, yeah.
let us know. Let us know in the chats if you think Cardano will hold those three peaks. And I feel like, the $1.50 probably. I know why you're saying three peaks, right? So it's just like a more of a range, obviously.
Yeah, range.
But as well, let's just see if that. So I guess the last or the lowest peak would be somewhere here, like the $1.48, $1.47. So that would be the last peak. If we're saying worst case scenario, it did peak through it, 3-4 hours ago. Today, so not for 3-4 hours. Sorry, between here yesterday actually. Today in the morning, perfect. So yeah, that's why. Let us know, guys. Is it gonna hold or no? Mike is saying she's holding. Prince Will is asking, can Shiba make you get to the moon? Hell no. Cardano would. And yeah, let us know, guys, if this is actually gonna hold or no. In my opinion, I think it's gonna pierce through and just play around for a bit. But you can tell, like Brenda was saying, this is the inflection point. Fundamentally, again, add it to one of these other coins that we fundamentally believe in: Matic, Cardano, Solana, and yeah, man, it's definitely one of those ones that price action is good. There's a lot of appetite in the market, trying to hold support. We know where those levels are, and fundamentally you can fall on some cushion, knowing that you're not invested in Shiba. And I'm looking at you, Prince Will.
Yeah, Shiba's complete garbage, folks. Like people. Here's another reason why I don't like these meme coins, because I feel like these meme coins prey on the noobs and the naive.
Yeah, I think so.
These meme coins are honestly garbage, in my opinion. Look, with something like Cardano, even if we assume the worst case scenario, bull runs over, next bull run 2024, 2025, Cardano's going to reach its all-time highs and vastly surpass it. Shiba is probably not going to do the same. Doge might not do the same. The dozens and maybe hundreds of endless other meme shitcoins probably might not ever recover. Something like Cardano, even if we enter a bear market, even if we go on a correct another 80%, next cycle is going to reach its all-time highs and surpass it. So that's why, folks, I'm very critical of these meme coins, because why would you choose to put your money in shit when you could put your money in something solid like Cardano, where even if we assume the worst case scenario, just hodl a few years and it'll reach its all-time highs and surpass it again. So you can't say the same thing for these meme coins. So these meme coins are literally the worst options you can make in crypto. It's between Bitcoin and meme coins. Those are the two worst options you can make in crypto. Wow, man, I'm making a lot of enemies out here. Eh?
You are, and I really think that you should be careful here, man, because people are kind of like just gonna jump on you right now. You know what? We gotta do a whole live stream just for meme coins. You guys just give us the most weirdest just coins overall. I know, man, so many times I see a bunch of comments. I'm like, what is that? Stop Elon Gate pizza, just a bunch of stuff. It's funny. I guess it's fine. It's like mumble rappers of the hip-hop space, I would say.
Like, look,
meme coins are like mumble rappers.
They come and go. But meme coins are SoundCloud rappers. You never know. One might make it, but the vast majority of them are
100%, man. I think that's the perfect analogy.
Yeah. No, and look, folks, at least Bitcoin has the excuse of being safe and solid. Bitcoin, it might not make you a lot of money, just like meme coins, but at least Bitcoin's solid. So, I mean, like these meme coins, it's literally the worst decision. You probably have more fun going to the casino. If you're trying to have some fun, go to the casino. Meme coins are just a waste of everyone's time and makes the market more unstable. So
yeah, at least in the casino, you know where your money is, though. Still.
Yeah.
Anyways, man, so that's Cardano.
Do you want to talk about VeChain?
Let's talk about VeChain. Let's also, guys, if you like the.
Yeah.
I cut the live stream. Let's see if this is gonna connect again. I think we're good.
Can you guys hear me?
Okay. Yeah, I think they can still hear
Let us know if you guys can hear us. I think we're having a bit of technical difficulties on our end. If you guys want to let us know if you can hear us, that would be fantastic. Because but it'd be nice if we can hear. That way we don't just keep talking.
No, let's just keep going without really confirming it. How about that, man?
Yeah, should we just ape in without confirmation? Yeah,
Yeah, and
guys,
just say everything. Let's
if you
see.
guys want in the
No, I
comments,
think we're still good.
let us
I'm
know.
checking it from my end here. Yeah, we're good to go.
Okay, perfect.
Perfect. So yeah, I pressed stop streaming for some reason. So that's that. Anyways, people want to hear about VeChain. If you guys want to talk about VeChain, we can talk about VeChain. Let us know in the chats. Again, Dennis S. Thank you for the $5 donation. Love your work, gentlemen. Can you please look at Bitcoin Cash? It's been pissing me off. Thanks. You know what? We're about to gang up on Bitcoin Cash and just dissect that price action for you. And besides that, we'll also take a look at VeChain. And what else, you guys? So VeChain, Bitcoin Cash, maybe XRP. People asking about Binance, BNB. I know you got some stuff that you want to share as well.
Yeah.
But yeah. Let's see.
So,
VeChain,
yeah.
and let's just take a look at Bitcoin Cash right now.
Yeah, so okay, so a few things. We'll take a look at VeChain, Bitcoin Cash, and we're getting near the end of the live stream because we've been going for quite a while. So if you guys have any suggestions, now's the time to ask because we're going to begin wrapping up with a few of these coins we're looking at here. So yeah, man, what do you want to take a look at here first?
I see you already. I pulled up VeChain. You got Bitcoin Cash there, so maybe we'll just start with Bitcoin Cash.
Okay, sure. So I thought I had a chart already drawn up, but I think the main takeaway here with Bitcoin Cash is pretty simple. I think we broke our kind of our parabola here, something that we were holding as support. Yeah, I see this kind of support level. Yeah, we've broken below. Actually, no, this is good. So we're now actually above some critical support levels. So I'm just trying to draw this exactly correct. Remember how I drew this, but
right. So maybe in the meantime, while you're doing that, I think we did it actually on my chart, by the way. But while you're pulling that up, if you want to have yours ready, and we'll see if we have the same idea in terms of how this is playing out. I see it the same way with whatever's going on with Bitcoin. Even we've switched between that and Bitcoin, you'll see it's the same, almost exact price action. So nothing too crazy is going on so far. Like we're saying, the whole market is in the limbo at the moment. But again, we had a bit of a breakout, not a lot of fall through. It's been pushing up. There's the 4-hour 55 EMA rejection clear at the $787. We know all-time highs were all the way at the 1,600. Holy man, 1,654 all-time highs. That's crazy. So again, pretty important levels that we need to keep in mind for Bitcoin Cash, in my opinion, would definitely be those that we have from before. And right now, the biggest one that we just got rejected off was this from before. This floor we had at the 765, 764, before we had that major breakout. So again, guys, overall, always look for major breakouts where the price was squeezing and take those levels and mark them and see where the that would be acting like a very strong resistance or support. That's for the future as well. So we always look at the chart, try to find where we squeezed for the most part, where we formed some sort of floor, and as soon as we broke out some certain level, we see here that we continue to push upwards. So there's a pretty critical level, 810, all the way down, I would say, towards the 780, something like that. And right now we're getting rejected. So Bitcoin is also moving down at the moment. It's the same exact thing. I think right now, if Bitcoin Cash actually doesn't hold and continues to follow Bitcoin's price action, I can see us exactly at least going back down towards, I don't know, I would say $600. It's pretty close. We really did peak all the way down to the 473, but I think at least for a first stop, this level at the right here would definitely be a first stop, 600. But what do you think, man?
So this actually looks very, very, very interesting on a few fronts, and also super time sensitive. Because right now, what I think Bitcoin Cash was doing was forming this ascending, broadening, widening megaphone channel, right? Yeah. And so
can we come up with our own names?
Oh, bro, we gotta come up with our own names for stuff. Okay. Yeah. So basically, we peaked above this thing, and we're overextended, and we broke below it, and we were oversold. So now we're currently above this green trend line based off this wick to this wick. All right, so that's good to see that we're holding above one potential support level, and people can draw this slightly differently. And even if you do draw it slightly differently, we're still above some potential trend lines. So while there are slightly different ways to draw this, we are also currently holding above this 618 Fibonacci tracing, which is just about $660, which is good. Bro, you gotta chill with that, man.
Relax, bro. Relax. Just check the health.
No, no, I got you. I got you. No, so we're currently holding $660, and we're currently above the 100 daily. The 200 daily exponential moving average. You guys might not see it, but it's that dark blue line. So basically, from 640 to 660, a bunch of support. So we're right above strong support, which is a good sign. We're flipping major resistance. We flipped it into support, good sign. But we're also right below we flipped major resistance into support, but we're also below major resistance as well, based off this volume kind of at 720 in this historical price action. So what's happening right now with Binance Smart Chain, or sorry, not Binance Smart Chain, with Bitcoin Cash, is this basically we're just stuck in this super tight range, and whatever way we break out of this tight range, we're going to do so explosively. So if we break out bullishly, I can see this going above $800. If we break down bearishly, I think 520 and then maybe even $400 is pretty realistic. So whatever way we break out of this tight range, we're probably likely to do so explosively. So make sure you wait and stay tuned for this breakout.
Yeah, no, 100%, man. I agree. Definitely very close. The whole market is closer to those levels. And we want to see if the support holds or not. But looks pretty promising. If Bitcoin stops playing games, then this thing has really a lot of good potential. So let's see, man. But that's Bitcoin Cash. Then again, Dennis S., thank you for the donation. What do you want to talk about next, man? VeChain?
Well, we got a $20 donation. That's awesome. Thank you. It says, love you guys. Love you too, man. Appreciate all the support.
Love you too.
So, man, what should we take a look at?
Look, we gotta look at the Kim Kardashian of the whole crypto market, man. I always say the same thing. VeChain is like the most. If you start talking about VeChain, everybody goes crazy. So we're gonna start talking about VeChain if you're good.
Let's take a look. Yeah.
VeChain right now, 10 cent area, same thing. I'm sorry, we keep bringing it up. Bitcoin. Right now, the whole market looks the same. I'm just going to flip through some stuff, and you'll see that it's exactly the same, forming a huge downtrend. A bit of a, same thing here. Chainlink, XRP as well. Not Helium. Helium's doing its own thing. And Bitcoin Cash. So, VeChain is doing the same thing like the whole market is doing. And we had that breakout. Looks like we're going to go down. I think somewhere close to the 9.8 cents is going to be that first stop, but overall I can see even VeChain trying to struggle somewhere closer to here where we have those higher lows as we move forward. And we need to see if this actually continues to break, continues to hold. This is the 10 cent region, so there's a bit of a psychological support that we're going to find. But then again, overall, it's pretty much right here. There's a previous breakout that caused this massive pump. 10 cent was a pretty heavy area. If you guys remember back in the day, the 10 cent was the area everyone was looking at. After we broke the 10 cent region, we literally skyrocketed so quick, parabolically, and right now, best believe we're gonna find some support at it. If not, then you see where VeChain, VeChain, I don't know, man. Would you say that VeChain has some weekends right now?
VeChain definitely has weekends. VeChain is up there. VeChain is up there with like XRP and Cardano in terms of like the favorite coin of the retail trader. And no hate towards the retail trader, I'm one of them. But the thing about retail is that retail is weekends, and they're the first to sell at the first sign of panic. So that's why we saw things like VeChain dip so hard, because VeChain is a favorite for the retail trader, and retail is weekends.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So still there, man?
I'm here.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, that's it. That's all I had to say.
Okay, so I guess that's it for VeChain then.
I can talk. Sorry, I can talk about price action. I thought you. Okay, yeah, my bad. No. I can. Okay, here I can kind of sum it pretty quick here with VeChain, which is we're kind of teetering here on this volume right below it, kind of at 10, basically 11 cents. Breaking below 11 cents is pretty bad because we're breaking below volume here. We'd be breaking below the 618. So that's what we don't want to do. We're also seeing some signs of some strength, where if we draw a trend line from this wick to this one, we can see that that's fully where we found our support, exactly based off these wicks. So if we fall back down, I think we could probably find our support again, like at 10 cents. If we break down from 11, we're going to 10 cents, historically price reactive zone, psychological level. And if that doesn't hold, then we have the 200 exponential moving average on the daily, and then the 200 SMA right below us. So there's a lot of support below us, but ultimately we want to remain above 10 cents. If VeChain starts to break below 10 cents, that's worrying.
Yeah, no, I agree, man.
Yeah.
I think the 10 cents is pretty much where we need to. I need to stop these alerts here with helium. Sorry, guys. So yeah, man, 10 cents is definitely what I'm looking at right now. Because if 10 cents does not hold easily back to the 5 cents, and this thing fluctuates like it's nothing, you can see on the daily in some of those days. You can see how hard this thing dropped. Because look, people started to look at VeChain at the 5 cent region as well. That's that was like that's what I'm saying. January, February levels were the ones that we started to visit. VeChain's been such a slow mover, and as soon as start picking up in terms of news, a bit of a breakout above the 5 cent region really pushed the price action again. I think a lot of people got in with VeChain all the way down here, so this was like the last like cushion where not a lot of people are actually in the negative with VeChain. Back down to these slower levels, even if we peak again. So let's just see. Patience is key right now, guys. Even with VeChain, I know you guys hate it when we don't really, we're not giving you that much hope with VeChain, but it's just following Bitcoin's price action. That's all we're saying right now.
Yeah, no, 100%. And so maybe, we've been going on for quite quite a while here, an hour and a half. So
Yeah.
maybe we can start to wrap it up here. Maybe begin wrapping up with some questions here. People have any questions? I see just one thing that I think I want to address, which is
Go ahead.
Cammy says, where is a safe place to buy XRP in the US? So the way I would do
Grocery
it
store.
is I would go to something like Binance. I would look up whatever trading pair, let's say you're trying to buy with USDT. And so I would look up ETH and then market by ETH on Binance with USDT. I think that's the safest way to buy XRP. Not financial advice.
What?
Did you not pick up on what I'm laying down?
At all, man. At all. No.
What's the ticker of ETH? What does ETH stand for?
I guess XRP, man. I guess it's XRP.
The point I'm trying to make is that there is no way to safely buy XRP because I think XRP is garbage.
Whoa.
Not financial.
You gotta watch your mouth, man.
Okay.
I'm gonna be very straightforward here.
Listen. Actually, you know what? I'm not a fan of XRP. I don't think it's garbage. It has some interesting use cases. Just the way, because I fluctuate a lot with XRP, and I used to really really like XRP, but I liked XRP when it was 20 cents, not over $1. And also, when it comes, like XRP might be fine, but XRP falls in the same category as Bitcoin, where when you have literally thousands of other options, XRP is a bad option when you have so many, in my opinion, better options to choose from and better options to place your money. With XRP having very shaky fundamentals and a very shaky long-term future, there's just better options out there, in my opinion. But look, if this SEC lawsuit gets settled in XRP's favor, the coin could pump. So look, if you're just trying to make money as a trade, sure, XRP might be interesting. As a long-term hold, there's a lot better options, in my opinion.
Boom. There you go. There you guys have it. Yeah, there's still a lot of news right now with the court and all that. But I feel like this is what it is. For just to summarize XRP for the moment, I think XRP is a make it or break it kind of scenario. They are partnering, sure, okay, no problem. Are we at one point gonna have all these, central bank digital currencies utilizing the XRP ledger without the XRP token, right? I don't know. That could be a thing. I don't know. That's what I've said. Like, I think it definitely needs to the regulations, especially with whatever's going on with the SEC right now, has to clear out before we can have a proper understanding of what's going on.
Look, man, right. Listen, man. For people who don't know me, I was an XRP fanboy. I owned XRP a bunch. I liked XRP for a while. Like I see, Alex over here saying, "What about XRP ATMs in Japan?" Like, I get it. All right, I was an XRP fanboy too. I know. Me and you, we did a bunch of research into XRP, how it works, the ledger. We know what's up with XRP. And look, XRP is fine. Maybe it does great over the long term. Maybe it does get adopted. But the way I'm standing now, the more I've been in this space, the more I realize just that there's just seems to be better options than XRP. So there's just enough not to like about XRP that there's no need to compromise and put your money into something that has as many problems as XRP does, because it's not your only option. We have thousands and thousands and thousands of coins to choose from. So there's no need to compromise with something with dubious long-term fundamentals like XRP and a dubious use case. when you have, again, better options, in my opinion. It just doesn't. If XRP and Bitcoin were the only two coins in the world, then I'd have all my money in Bitcoin and XRP. But they're not. They're not the only two. We have literally thousands of coins out there to choose from to invest in, and so I think there's better options. That's why.
Yeah, look, man, better options or not. That's like if we're discussing what XRP. Like, obviously, we don't want to get into like this at the end of this live stream, but if we're talking what XRP can do, right? Regardless if there's a better option or not. If you're coming into the space to make some money and leave it, and you don't care about the technology, sure. But if if like you're saying, it's like you're saying, hey, yeah, you can buy a Toyota, and you're like, look, man, but there's other options like Ferraris, for example. Have you looked at Lamborghinis, for example? Have you so that's what I'm saying is that at one point, XRP, I think, out of all the projects out there, out of everything out there, XRP has been the face front in terms of just facing the SEC, which is something that all these other coins will have to comply with. So XRP is kind of plowing the way. It's just like you got a big ass machete, it's in the wilderness, and it's just cutting through some of those regulatory clarities that everybody wants. So it is looking bad because it is actually at the face front, at the forefront of this whole legal battle. Once that clears out, I think we can't comment yet. So sure, of course, there's always a better option with something. That's where I'm, and I agree with you. I'm just saying we need to get this out of the way. Once the legal, aspect of it is actually fully resolved, then we can see. Because right now it's not even about the technology behind XRP is great. Whatever they stand for is great. Sure. 100%, and it's tested, it's proven. But we just need to see. It's all about legal action right now. So once that legal action, look, they've been having so much negative news out there recently that, things even gonna destroy some of those relationships they have outside internationally. So I don't know, man. That's what I was saying. You're right. Obviously, there are a lot of better options out there. But is XRP gonna make it or not? I guess that's the question. Like, are they gonna make it? You think?
Right. Well, I don't think so. No, and look again, guys. Like, look. At the end of the day, I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm just spreading FUD for XRP. I really, really hope that you guys holding XRP, do great and that it gets adopted everywhere and every bank uses it in 10 years. I hope that happens. Listen, guys, I was an XRP holder for the longest time. I get it. If you're an XRP moon boy, I get it. I did the same thing. I did the hours and hours of research. I owned the XRP.
Then you jumped ship.
I jumped ship, yes, because as I grew and learned more in space, I don't mean to sound condescending. I'm really trying not to be condescending. I'm trying to talk to you guys the way I would talk to a friend. I just, in comparison to the other options, it's not anywhere near my first choice. It's maybe my 50th choice or something. So again, I may be wrong. I hope for your guys' sake I'm wrong. I hope I'm just spreading fear. I hope you guys were the smart money that saw through the bullshit and saw something that I didn't see. I hope that ends up being the case. But there's enough I don't like about the project where when I have so many other options, I'm going to choose to put my money in things that I subjectively think are better options.
Shame. So there you have it, guys.
the bell from Game of Thrones.
100% shame on this guy, boys. Shame on him.
Guys, I hope I'm wrong for you guys' sake. I hope every bank uses XRP. I don't think so. Like JP Morgan Chase, there's a story that they're building out their own internal private blockchain to fill out XRP's use case of being a fucking payment solution from cross-border payment solution. And look, again, maybe maybe some smaller countries start to adopt it, and it starts in smaller time frames and then keeps growing and growing. I just, it's just not my first choice.
There we go. It's not his first choice, guys. What do we see here? What's the name of the indicator that shows volume at the right part? VPVR, volume profile. Search it up on TradingView. Alexandra P, good machete reference. I got you, Alexandra. What do you think? 2,400 Ether, possible. Harold, Matic is a better option than XRP. Lamborghini's better. 100%. Lamborghini's better than Toyota. Yes. Alex Mess, elaborate on the other option. Just curious. What are your what?
I think he's saying what are the other better options? Because I keep saying there's better options than XRP. You're asking what are the better options?
Oh, right.
Yeah. Do you want to maybe say what your top three are, and maybe I can say mine?
I know you want to say yours, so go ahead, man.
Well, look, again, first off, you're very obviously new to the channel because all we do is talk about better options than XRP every single day.
We don't even talk about XRP.
So again, like, subscribe, comment, share, and hit that bell icon to notify me because literally every day we bring you.
You gotta hit him with a couple The ones
Oh
you got
yeah,
there.
no. Okay, so first off, literally yesterday I did a live stream talking about my top 5 choices to buy the dip on, and we constantly putting out lists of our top 3 for the month, top 5 for the bull run, that kind of thing. So I mean, literally earlier in the live stream, I bought Armor Finance, which is a better option on XRP on multiple fronts, in my subjective opinion, because I think it has more solid fundamentals and a higher return on investment potential. So that's why, again, there's like, I think there's literally thousands of better, maybe not thousands, maybe hundreds of better options than XRP. At the very least, dozens of better options than XRP. Armor is one of them. It's down like what, 70-ish% from all-time highs. It's a protocol that pays you in Armor for purchasing insurance on your crypto. Again, as the legacy people
Specifically,
come
you,
in.
not someone else.
Sorry?
No, sorry, go ahead.
No, but yeah,
No, no,
no.
no.
So Armor is one of them. And again, I literally have 5 others right here pulled up that I could delve into, that I think each one of these is a far better option than XRP. All of them, I think, are lower market cap and more solid fundamentals. So they're safer and have higher return on investment potentials. Again, I think there's literally dozens, if not hundreds, of better options than XRP and Bitcoin. So one of them, just to throw them out there, Kusama. I'm endlessly more bullish on Kusama than something like garbage XRP. Again, not financial advice. I couldn't end up being wrong. XRP could end up being the best investment of the century. I don't think it will be, but who knows? I don't know. So, but like Kusama, it's a lower cap, lower supply version of Polkadot. Parachains are going to start soon. When Parachain starts, dozens and dozens, eventually hundreds of projects are going to buy tens of millions of dollars worth of Kusama to lock them up for years. Insanely bullish tokenomics. And look, man, I'm going to end it there because I could honestly go on for hours listing projects that have much better fundamentals and much potentially higher ROI potential than XRP. But with that being said, look, if that lawsuit gets settled and they win, XRP could pump. So as a trade, I'll entertain the idea of swing trading XRP as a kind of like if we're having a conversation about solid fundamentals. XRP is not my favorite.
There you go. That's how you get Brendan riled up, guys. And, that's Brendan being passionate, not angry. So keep that in mind.
No, I'm not. Yeah, okay. So thank you for. I don't know if I'm coming across as angry. I'm passionate. I enjoy this stuff. This stuff gets me excited, gets me going. I'm definitely not. Definitely not angry by any means.
Yeah.
We should show our faces. I feel like that would maybe
No, I agree, 100%.
Eventually.
100%. So. What else is better than XRP? Maybe I know you got a 2-3. You got something. I see number 2 there.
Do you want me to keep going?
Yeah, let's go with those. I think the people would love to hear that. So make sure we'll go through a couple more from your end and then wrap it up. We're definitely pushing the 2 hours here. So,
yeah. Okay.
So let's just go through those slightly quick and then we'll call it a day. If you guys want to hear more, we're about to put out a video of our top 5 or top 10, 20. Altcoins that we're actually in. I don't want to even call them altcoins anymore because I don't want to put them under the same umbrella. So soon enough here, you're gonna see our actual top picks, right? So
yeah, man, we should put out a video each where we each put out like our own top 5. But anyways, look, guys. Yeah, I want to keep sharing with you guys better options than XRP in my opinion. And so I see someone say, why don't you ever talk about Polkadot? Because Kusama is a lower supply, lower market cap version of Polkadot, thus a higher return on investment potential. I like Polkadot a lot, but if you like Polkadot, you should absolutely love Kusama because it's the same thing except lower supply, lower market cap, thus a higher return on investment potential. That's why I choose to focus on Kusama and not Polkadot. Even though I like Polkadot a lot, I just think Kusama is a better version of it. So another one I like a lot, Terra Luna, an example of a project with super, super solid fundamentals, perhaps even more solid than XRP, and even right now a much better great by the dip opportunity. Because look, if we zoom out here and see how far we're down from all-time highs, Terra Luna is the coin of the top 100 that's still down the most from all-time highs. So a great potential by the dip opportunity, and I have been buying the dip on Luna. So we're down 74% from all-time highs on a coin with super solid long-term potential. Folks, again, these are the kinds of corrections we see in a bear market, except there's still a possibility that the bull market may continue. So worst case scenario, we drop what, like 90% from all-time highs? We're already down 7%. What did we drop another 10%? Who cares, folks? We could still be in a bull market. And what the worst of what's possible in a bear market already happened, and this thing is super, super solid. So Terra Luna is an absolute no-brainer. It's down the most out of the top 100 now. And so I've definitely been buying on these exact ranges. So not financial advice, but I am definitely buying right the fuck now. And so something else to consider is if we just draw a Fibonacci retracement from the bottom of the simple to the top, we're literally in the 618, the golden pocket right now, which is for me the best place to dollar cost average. So guys, again, market's super precarious, but if you want to be a degen like me and take the risk of buying when the market could totally dump further, it's totally possible. I like to buy in the golden pocket at 618. It's literally where we're at right now. So if I hadn't already bought a shit ton of Luna, I'd be buying more right now. Not financial advice. Should I keep going here, man? I don't know, man. What do you think?
Yeah, go ahead. All
right. So someone says here, do you guys have a Discord? We do have a Discord. Go click on the description right now. There's a link to our Discord. And if you want to become a VIP Discord member where we shill these altcoins that we're buying as soon as we're buying them, become a VIP Discord member. Link for that is down in the description below. I was telling them about some I was buying the dip right before this live stream and a few other things. So make sure you go check that out. Become a VIP Discord member through our Patreon. Another thing that I like a lot more than XRP that it looks potentially that has a much greater buy the dip opportunity is Anchor Protocol. This thing pays you 18 to 20% in stable coins. That is insane money you can make on your stable coins. So once it comes time to take profits, I'm going to put my money in here, earning 18, 20% a year on stable coins. We're down 66% from all-time highs. And so I'm buying this thing not with the assumption that I'll make money in the short term. Again, anything I'm buying now, I'm willing to hold until 2024, 2025. But this thing's super solid, 66% down from all-time highs. This is the kind of correction we see in a bear market. So worst case scenario, we correct, another 10, 20% from all-time highs. The worst of what's possible has already happened, and we may still be in a bull market, guys. So that's that. And then I'll wrap it up there, man. I think that's enough. What do you think? Are you sure? All right. Okay. Well, next one I'm buying the dip on. Again, another example of something I think is a shit ton better than XRP is Casper Protocol. Casper Protocol is a scalable blockchain, very similar to Solana or Ethereum or Cardano or Polkadot. But the thing I like about this one is it's new. It's had a high rating from Token Metrics. Has a super solid people behind this project. CEOs from like very legit companies. But the thing that's interesting specifically about this smart contract blockchain is that it's geared specifically for business adoption. So we already have winners when it comes to kind of the global decentralized smart contract, decentralized application ecosystem, Ethereum, Solana, Cardano, Polkadot, Zilliqa. There's tons of them out there. But we don't have a clear winner quite just yet when it comes to the smart contract space, specifically for businesses. And if crypto's to mature as an asset class, eventually these businesses are going to come in. And so something like Casper allows institutions and businesses to make public and private blockchains, decentralized applications that you can write using legacy market coding languages. So with like Ethereum, you have to learn Solidity, but a lot of these major companies they don't have Ethereum developers. They have just a bunch of Python developers sitting around. So something like Casper, you can write decentralized applications with these normal programming languages. So this thing's specifically built for business. I think the space is going to come in, more business is going to come in. And so since this thing is geared towards business adoption, and we don't really still have a clear winner when it comes to that business adoption smart contract blockchain, I think Casper has a good chance of being a leader in that niche. And I think Casper could be like the next Solana. I think Casper could be the Solana of the next bull run. So I've started dollar cost averaging to this thing. Again, it's done quite a lot, solid fundamentals. I'm willing to hold this thing forever. And so that's that. And then last but not least, Decenter. Folks, a lower market cap competitor to basic attention token. I'm not going to go too far into it. Really, just the main things you need to know is that they're releasing their browser and their mainnet this quarter. 9 million market cap. This thing is stupidly undervalued. I cannot buy enough of this thing. I've been buying Decenter every substantial dip. This thing has had super low market cap, super high potential return on investment. And so again, I don't expect to make money on this anytime soon. Anytime this dips, I'll just buy more. willing to hold this thing for years. And that's that, folks. Those are
That's it, folks.
That's better than XRP.
No, 100%. Thank you for sharing, man. So there you go. See what you started. What was his name again? Not Techno Guy. I like
Alex,
Techno Guy. Alex. See what you started, Alex. What other is there to buy XRP? This is what you got out there to buy besides XRP. So, if you guys are in this, let us know. Did you guys buy Decenter? Did you guys buy Anchor? Did you guys buy whatever you got bought into? Like see Horizon, Zen. There's a bunch of stuff out there that definitely has a lot of potential. Brendan just showed you just the tip of the iceberg that we've been looking at. So make sure you stay tuned for all these others, other videos we're going to put out. Make sure you stay tuned for the, I see a lot of people here saying it's the first time that they've been here. So for Brendan's sake, guys, for Brendan's, the effort, make sure you like the live stream if you like this so far. If you've stuck through the whole thing, let us know as well. If you're not subscribed, subscribe to the channel. Check out our Discord. Some people were also asking our Discord. We just sent the link in the description. Alexandra's also inviting you, Alex. So there you go. Thank you, Alexandra. Hey, man, it's a lot of good news today, even though it's negative. Thank you for bringing this up.
Yeah, and so guys, look, I just like scratch the surface. I could go on for an hour, but let's not do that. We'll maybe save it for another live stream. Make sure you stay tuned for our next live stream. It's either probably going to be tomorrow, if we're being honest. So make sure you stay tuned to that because there's more I'm buying the dip on, more plenty of opportunity. And again, folks, things are kind of up in the air. I'm not confident in calling whether bull market or bear market quite just yet. What we need is further confirmation. And so whenever we get further confirmation, whether bullish or bearish, we're going to be the first to let you guys know. So folks, you got to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon to notify the notifications because we're going to be letting you guys know what we're buying, what we're selling, when and why. Not because you guys should just blindly follow what we say, but hopefully if you listen to the things and factors we consider, you can become a more confident investor yourself. So folks, thank you for watching and stay tuned for the next one.
Thank you guys. Yes. So yeah, make sure you stay tuned for tomorrow's live stream. We're gonna have it earlier. Today we're just a bit late, just trying to see what the whole market's saying. And thank you for being a part of this. This was fun. Appreciate it. 199 likes. Didn't get to 200, but it's all good. We're gonna go cry in the corner and later on. 200 people still listening all through all of our stuff here. Thank you. Yeah. So yeah, make sure you join the Discord. Subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed yet. Stay tuned for tomorrow. Thank you for watching.
Take care.